Good morning, guys. Quick video. We had a heck of a last couple of weeks. Just what I say all the time. In the long run, bulls always win, and ignore all the noise. It was so hard to ignore it a couple of weeks ago when we were at the bottom, and this is just a market that seems to me that sucked in all those bears, and man, they got smacked upside the head. It's incredible. So just remember, bulls always win in the long run, and ignore all the noise. Just look at the statistics and make up your own mind. So disclosures really fast. I've been doing a ton of trades lately, mainly taking profit. And I'll go over those really fast, and I hate long videos, so I'll try to make it as fast as possible. So just remember, this video is for educational purposes only. Investing involves risk. Only invest the amount of money you can afford to lose, and invest at your own risk. The value of investments and the income derived from them can go down as well as up. Future returns are not guaranteed, and loss of principal may occur. The information here is not intended to be used as sole basis of investment decision. Is not a recommendation to buy or sell any security. So like I said, last couple of weeks been insane. So since October 30th, I've been up 27.52%. And even though I've been taking profits along the way, still we beat the S&P I beat the S&P 500 by 300%, 3 times the S&P 500. Here's a screenshot of that. You can see on top the dates, the percentage, and towards the bottom how much we outperformed the S&P 500. And that's always, I always want to beat the S&P 500. I'm shooting for 50% return per year. I may be able to get to that this year. I mentioned earlier, I hedged with the VIX, and that did not work out very well. But anyway, still for the year, I'm up over around 32% as of right now. And especially this morning, the market has been up again. But we've been up so much, this is my point, that I had to take profits. So I'll go over that. Here's another screenshot that I took. And basically, this is just the amount in the last 2 weeks. And then another, this morning, the market is, my portfolio has been up another $5,000. So roughly around $100,000 in 2 weeks. So definitely time to take profits. And so as far as that goes, LYFT reported last Wednesday after the bell, if I remember correctly. So I got out of that. I took about 13% profit in that. I just got out of it. The new CEO had a full quarter, and it just seems like Uber seems they have figured it out. Now they have more, they do deliveries, they're international, so they're different than Lyft, but it just seems to me that's really, really hard for Lyft to show profit. I had higher hopes, but anyway, I took my 13% profit and I got out of it. So I got out of Lyft. I've been selling SPXL on the way up. So I'm down to, I even sold this morning a couple hundred shares. So I'm down to 1,500 shares in that. I haven't sold any TQQQ. That one's my AI trade. I really believe in it, and I'm going to stay. I'm up about 60% on that trade, but I do not plan on selling it. You've probably seen small caps been out incredibly. So that one, I only started with about $5,000. But just yesterday, I believe that was up about 16%. So we're going to get a pullback. I don't know when, but when we do, my plan is to buy more small caps. If the Fed is done raising rates, next move is a cut, then those stocks, they are so cheap and they'll go up because those are small companies that will need, some lending. So they depend on the rates affects them a lot, basically. Farfetch, That's a penny stock that I day traded, and I kept waiting for a bump. I bought a couple small positions. I have a feeling that I'm going to be out of that in the next few days. The last couple of days been up quite a bit, and then as soon as it goes a little bit above my dollar cost average, then I'll sell that. So, and then Tesla is a 5-year plan, just a small position. I'm up about 110% on that, but like I said, that one I did videos before. I just plan on that to hopefully pay for my Tesla, the profit from that. So here's a screenshot of what I'm holding as of right now, and then here's a screenshot so you guys can look at that. And while I keep talking, and so my plan is maybe take if we keep going up. Before we get a pullback, slowly keep taking profits in SPXL until I get to about $100,000. And when I get to that, then I'll stop taking profit. As long as I think the markets will keep going up, which I do as of right now, I'll keep holding at least $100,000 in that and at least $100,000 in TQQQ. So, like I said, I'll probably take maybe another 500 shares slowly until we get to about $100 a share in that in profit. And then if we get pullbacks, so this is the game plan. Pullbacks, I plan, so this buying the small caps leverage, URTY. Once we get a pullback, that's my plan. And I'm probably about 40-45% in cash right now. So I got plenty of cash. Once we get a pullback, so I can buy more. Maybe I'll buy more SPXL, depends on how far the pullback is. And I always watch the data. The government releases data 5:30 our time in the morning. I usually wake up. Like yesterday, the CPI, it could have gone the other way so easily, but the CPI was cool, and you saw the market just ripped up. And anyway, long story short, when we have crazy profits like this, we have to take profits. So next step would be if we pull back, I plan on buying more URTY and also SVIX. I took profit in that. I was up about 26%. So that's the VIX. I left the share so just it stays on my screen constantly because I plan on trading that a lot. And we rode that from a 20 VIX to a 14 VIX. The VIX may go to 12, but that's kind of the bottom. So I figure I'll take my profit. We go back to 18, 19. I'll start getting back into that trade. That trade I think it's so easy. VIX can go crazy, but when that happens, we'll kind of have an idea. But you buy that, the SVIX, you buy that close to a 20 VIX, 99% of the time is going to pull back down. So the VIX is going to pull down and you're going to make money in SVIX. So that's the game plan. Sell Farfetch was just a penny stock that I kept waiting for a good bump, which we're getting right now. My dollar cost, I think it's about 185 right now. My dollar cost average 206. So maybe even today I'll get out of it, which I'm glad to. I kept waiting on the run up on that, on the good bump. Tesla long term, and then I mentioned all the other ones as far as the game plan. Just like I said, remember, bulls always win. Ignore the noise. I'll be watching the labor numbers, unemployment, that kind of stuff. That's super important. If that goes up too fast, we may be in a little bit of trouble. I'll reconsider maybe going to cash, or because the economy is doing well, but that's a big part because people are employed. People are employed, people are going to spend. So anyway, this video went longer than I expected, but it's been crazy. I've been taking profits, waiting for a pullback, and then watching the labor statistics. Have a great rest of the week, guys, and I'll see you next time.